Let's make an infinity scarf together using my 48 needle Sentro circular knitting machine. You can also use this tutorial for the King Addy or the 40 needle Sentro circular knitting machine. It just wouldn't be quite as wide. Yarn I'm going to be using is the Premier Basics Tweed yarn, which is a number 4 worsted weight yarn. To start your project, you want it to be set to tube mode, like shown in the picture. If you have recently got your Sentro circular knitting machine and need help on how to set it up and to use it, click on my video description below where I have links to my Sentro knitting machine 101. To start this scarf, we want to do the waste yarn cast on method. I have a full video on how to do this method also linked in the video description below, but basically it's waste yarn or scrap yarn that you have in a similar weight color to your project yarn, but you also want it to be in a high contrasting color, which will come into play later once we're putting the scarf together. Once I have my cast on, which I start at my white needle, go over and under each needle till we get back to the start of our white needle. Then we're going to put it all the way down into our yarn holder and into the middle hole of our yarn tensioner. Now I'm going to crank out between 5 and 8 rows for my waste yarn cast on. Once that's done, put the extra yarn in the middle of your machine. Now you're going to add on your project yarn. Now I ended my waste yarn on the left side of my white needle, so we want to put our project yarn on the left side of our white needle as well. Do not skip any needles or else you will have a hole in your project and that row will then drop your stitches. I'm going to hand crank about 5 rows and then I will use my drill attachment to the rest of my rows. A word of caution: when using a drill attachment like this, you can possibly break your machine, so I do not recommend it for beginners, and I do recommend using a low-powered drill. If you would like more information on the drill attachment, let me know in the comments and I'd be happy to do a video for you. I ran out of yarn on my yarn skein, so I'm adding in some more yarn here. For this scarf, it was 226 rows. I used 2 skeins of yarn. That's because I first made a beanie hat that matches. That was 126 rows, and then I used the last skein and a half to make my infinity scarf, which ended up being a total of 226 rows. The more rows you do, the longer your scarf will be. Once my rows are done, I put the extra yarn in the middle of my machine. You can see I stopped at the white needle. My yarn is on the left side of my needle. Now for the cast off, we're going to do the waste yarn cast off. I add on my waste yarn again on the left side of my white needle, just like the tail end of my project yarn. And for the cast off, I like to do additional rows. I like between more 8 and 10 rows. So we're going to crank this yarn around, and then I just have a little bit of yarn left, so I'm just going to let my yarn run out. And we'll crank one time around and another, and it'll just fall off the machine. So really easy to cast off. If you had to add additional yarn or you were changing colors for your scarf, you want to tie down the tail ends of the yarns on the inside of the tube before we close it together. Now the fun part of closing our tube together in the round using the waste yarn method makes this super easy. So you can see with my tube, I have the tail ends on one end. I'm going to flatten my tube out so it's not twisted, and we have the knit side facing out, and we're going to put the 2 ends of the tubes together. So I have the tail ends both facing up, and then we're going to put the tubes together, and the first row of our stitches of our project yarn we can see because it's sandwiched in between 2 rows of the waste yarn, which is in the teal. We're going to pick up these first 2 rows together using a crochet hook. So I'm going to get the tail ends out of my way, and we're going to line up the tail ends together like this so we can pick up the first row of our project yarn. So you can see why it's super important to use a high contrasting yarn for your waste yarn. So with my crochet hook, I pick up the first stitch on the right side and the first stitch on the left side of the tube. There's 2 stitches on my crochet hook. The loop closest to the crochet hook, slip stitch through the other. Pick up the next stitch and slip stitch. Go to the left side tube, pick up a stitch and slip stitch it together. And you're making like this X shape, going back and forth, picking up one stitch from each side of the tube and slip stitching it through the other. And you're going to do this all the way around the tube until you get back to your starting point on the tail ends of your project yarn. As you are doing this, you want to be careful that you do not skip one of the stitches on either side of the tube. If you skip one, you're going to see a hole. And so it'll make it a little bit easier to identify if you do miss one. You want to go back and pick up that stitch, because once we remove the waste yarn, if a stitch is left loose, it will drop and that whole row will drop your stitches and unravel. And so since we are slip stitching this together in the round, you do have to move your project around and it will kind of twist on you a little bit. But we need to get all the way back down, picking up all of the stitches till we get back to the tail end of our working yarn. Okay, so now we're back to where one of our tail ends of our working yarn is. I have one stitch on my crochet hook and then I have a tail. So we're going to take this first tail and we're going to hold it and we're going to pull up a loop and slip stitch it. Now we need to continue picking up the stitches. Back and forth, side by side, we'll secure that tail in later. So make sure you get each of the stitches going all the way around till you get to your next tail end of the other tube of the working yarn. So sometimes those stitches can hide in here, so you need to be really careful that you do not miss one. So we're just going to one tube and then the other tube, slip stitching the two loops together. Joining the two ends of the tube this way just creates a really nice finished look and a really nice looking join. So now we're just finishing up, making sure we haven't missed any of the stitches. And now we're back to our tail, our other tail, and we want to slip stitch it through the last loop to secure it in place. And now this tail end we have over here, we need to knot it down. Our other tail we want to secure down. So I'm going to get my darning needle. It's just a large eye plastic needle and create a simple knot just to hold it in place because we don't want this tail end to come loose. So I'll just put it through a stitch, pull the tail all the way out, and then create a knot. So now he's secured. Before we remove the waste yarn, we want to check our work to make sure we didn't skip any stitches. If we do, you want to undo your slip stitches and pick it up before you undo. So I do see I have a hole here right by my tail end. So I'm just going to take my darning needle with the tail end of my project yarn to secure it in place and do a knot. But if you found a hole somewhere else not close to the tail ends of your project yarn, you would need to undo your slip stitches and pick those up by doing the slip stitch. But since this one was close to my tail end of my working yarn, I was able to pick it up real quick and secure it in place. Now we can remove the waste yarn. You can do this two ways. You have the waste yarn cast on and cast off method, or there's also the ravel cord cast on you can do as well. I have both of those linked in the video description below to show both ways to be able to remove your waste yarn easily without cutting it out. But if you don't do the ravel cord cast on, one end, which is your cast off, will unravel super easy. The side that's your cast on, if you didn't do a ravel cord in there, you have to unthread the first row and then the rest of the stitches will drop. So the last thing we want to do is weave in the tail ends of our working yarn, and then after I've weaved it in a few times, I'm going to do a little extra knot just for some added security, and then cut it down and hide the remainder in between the two layers of my scarf. And now our infinity scarf is complete. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please hit that like and follow button if you have not done so already. And I appreciate so much all of your guys' comments and all of your support. Thank you so much for watching, and happy crafting, everybody.